Anytime you're hosting a website on the internet, security is a concern. It just so happens that WordPress is also a favorite target for hackers. There are giant networks of compromised computers called botnets who constantly search the internet for WordPress sites and try to gain access to them through automated means. Once they do, they usually deface the website in the name of a hacker group or political cause. So anytime you're using WordPress, there are additional security concerns of which you must be aware and for which you must prepare. There are plugins which will help you maintain the security in WordPress, but there are some things you can do at the native level as well. I'll be talking about both WordPress specific security and general best practices for internet security in this chapter. It's necessary to teach you some of the theory behind what you're doing so you can appreciate how important it is to do these things. A layered approach must be taken in order to secure anything on the internet. There is no one simple plugin solution that will guarantee your site will never be hacked. Unfortunately, things are just more complicated than that, and there's really not anything anyone can do about it. Security starts at the personal level. It's important to force yourself to use good passwords. A good password is over 14 characters in length, with uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters. Special characters would be an exclamation point, caret, percentage sign, @ symbol, basically any shifted number key, plus commas, greater than, less than, question mark, and all the other non-letter characters on your keyboard. The more of these that you use, the more difficult it will be for a hacker to crack your password. Notice I didn't say guess your password. There's no hacker out there manually typing in usernames and passwords and trying to get in. They use automated scripts which blast the login page with thousands of login tries per minute. That gives them a greater chance of randomly finding a login that works. Hackers seldom gain access this way, but it does happen because people choose poor passwords that are easy to remember. There are methods of remembering good passwords, and you should find one that works for you. Personally, I find a pattern on my keyboard that I can easily remember and randomly throw a shift in for certain characters. That way, I can just remember the physical positions of the keys by muscle memory and logic rather than trying to remember a mnemonic. Never share passwords. I know a lot of people share the admin password with the other people they work with, but this isn't really recommended. You should ideally create accounts for any people that will be administrators and give them the administrator role. You can keep better track of who does what that way as well. I know I said to use very good passwords that are difficult to remember, but know that writing your password down just lets someone walking by get it and use it against you. I'll be honest, this is a very paranoid worry, but it is a valid one, if only in theory. If you're going to write down your password, put it in your wallet and don't let your wallet get stolen. And definitely don't label it as the admin password for yoursite.com. The other half of the login equation is, of course, the username. By default, all WordPress sites have the same username, admin. I'll show you some methods of changing this to something more secure later in this chapter. Very few hackers even attempt any attacks against accounts other than admin, so just changing the username makes your site much more secure. That covers the settings in WordPress that we can tweak to harden WordPress natively.